strange rules, adultery, Sharia law, and the death penalty? Did you know that in Aceh, Indonesia, adultery can carry punishments ranging from public caning to the death penalty? This isn't just a legal curiosity, it's a stark reflection of clashing legal systems and human rights concerns. Let's dissect this complex issue. Indonesia, a nation celebrated for its diverse culture and moderate Islamic values, granted Aceh special autonomy in 2001. This allowed the province to implement Sharia law alongside national legislation. This decision, while intended to address local needs, has created a legal paradox with profound social implications. Under Aceh's interpretation of Sharia, acts deemed zina, encompassing any sexual act outside of marriage, are punishable offenses. This includes adultery, same-sex relations, and even being alone with an unmarried person of the opposite sex. The enforcement of these laws raises critical questions about individual liberties and state intervention in private lives. The prescribed punishments for zina are severe, up to 100 public lashes, imprisonment, and, in extreme cases involving married individuals, the death penalty. While executions for adultery are rare, the very existence of this legal provision sends a chilling message about the value placed on personal autonomy and the potential for abuse. Reports of public canings, often resulting in physical and emotional trauma, are deeply disturbing. These spectacles, intended to deter others, instead highlight the brutal reality of a legal system that prioritizes religious doctrine over fundamental human rights. Even tourists are subject to these laws, underscoring the far-reaching impact of Aceh's legal code. The application of Sharia law in Aceh has drawn sharp criticism from human rights organizations worldwide. They argue that these laws violate international human rights standards, particularly those related to privacy, freedom of expression, and the right to a fair trial. The ambiguity surrounding the definition of immoral behavior also raises concerns about arbitrary enforcement and the potential for discrimination. The case of the couple publicly caned in 2018 for immoral behavior sparked global outrage. This incident forced a critical examination of the role of public shaming as a form of punishment and the ethical implications of criminalizing private relationships. The question remains, does the state have the right to legislate morality? The situation in Aceh presents a complex challenge for Indonesia's national government. While distancing itself from these practices, the government's continued allowance of Sharia law in Aceh raises questions about its commitment to upholding human rights across the archipelago. This issue demands careful consideration from policymakers, legal scholars, and human rights advocates. The international community must also engage in constructive dialogue with Indonesian authorities to promote legal reforms that align with international human rights standards. It is crucial to advocate for the repeal of discriminatory laws and ensure that all individuals, regardless of their location or beliefs, are afforded the same fundamental rights and protections. What do you think? Should laws dictate morality? Is public shaming ever justified? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let's start a conversation. If you believe in human rights and want to stay informed about these critical issues, subscribe to Strange Rules and join our community. Together, we can make a difference.